Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do something little bit different here. I want to be talking about the current prices right now that are going up for the Astra Militarum and the new models. But before I get into that, I just want to say if you buy the new models, I'm not hating on you. If you genuinely enjoy the models, please go out and get them. Don't let my opinion sway you or anything like that. These are just my opinions, and I feel that they need to be voiced. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
All right, scenario. Let's say this is you. You're the average 40K fan, and you're super excited that the new Astra Militarum is ready. They got the new World Adorns, they got the characters, everything. You're super excited. But wait a minute. You go on the website, and what's that?
$35 for a measly 15 pair of dice.
Mr. Game Workshop, please, I can't take this price anymore, please!
Well, sorry, Sonny, but it looks like you're gonna be coughing up an extra $90 for our plastic tank, which, by the way, has no bottom.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that little skip. But in all seriousness, yes, it's over $90 for the new Rogodorn here in the US. I think in like Canada it's like 110. Now on the British side it's a little bit cheaper, which obviously it would be because they're primary base or primarily based in the UK. So yeah, but these prices they are incredibly insane. And the worst part about the Rogodorn is that it has no bottom. There's no joke. There's an actual literal missing piece on the bottom that is just completely removed from the tank. Now I get it. Some people are like, "Oh, well, that's not a big deal. Why should I let that affect me?" I don't think it should. You don't see it on the tabletop or anything like that. But hey, to each their own. But they shouldn't allow this to happen. Who allowed this in marketing? Who allowed this to check off and say, "Oh yeah, it's missing a piece, but we'll sign this off"? No, you shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't be paying $90 for a product that's literally missing a piece. And there are people already on the internet who have went on their way to have like made a file for the 3D printers and say like, "Hey, look, buy my file and you can fix your Rogodorn for like $2." Ridiculous.
Here's another example. The Solar Leonidas model. $60 for a man on a horse who looks more like he's ready to join the Age of Sigmar world than he is in the world of Warhammer 40k. I shouldn't be paying $60 for a guard model, which, by the way, guard models are not known for their saves. You're meant to die in the trenches like it's another Tuesday morning. Okay? I get it, he's got special buffs on this character, and you can kind of treat him like a Lord of War, but he's still, at the end of the day, just a guardsman. Now, if he was Rapute Gilliman, maybe one of the Eldar characters, like the Avatar of Cain or a Chaos Demon, I would kind of be okay with it. Granted, $60 is still way too much for a model. And I'm going to show some files at the end or some 3D print examples at the end to give you some ideas of maybe what you could look at as an alternative. I know I just got myself a printer, so I'm going to be looking at these as alternatives. But yeah, I shouldn't be paying $60 for something like this. But he is not the worst one.
The worst one is the Lord Castellan Ursula Creed. $45 for a model no bigger than a standard Cadian Castellan. $45 for a character that has a 5-up invuln save and a standard 4-up invuln save. I've got her data sheet pulled up right here that, she has some cool special abilities and all that stuff, but it is not worth $45. I get it. There's some inflation price and all of that, but not all of this is caused by an inflation. Like, this is just some highway robbery at this point. And I sincerely hope that if you do think about buying this model, maybe if you have a 3D printer, maybe get yourself a 3D printed model. If you have a buddy that has it, maybe see about him or her and see if they can let you lend it for a 3D model. I don't think you should be paying $45 for just a buffed up Castellan. Alright, and then we're just going to rattle off the last few. The Cadian Shark Troops, the cool skull, but I don't know, $50 for just some updated sculpts, I don't really think that's worth it. $50 for a heavy weapon squad. Again, updated sculpts, smaller pieces, not really that worth it. And $35 for 15 dice. That honestly, I could probably find some really cool ones on ChessX for like, and I get 36 of them for like much cheaper. So, yeah, that's really about what I wanted to bring into attention. I think these prices are a little bit too egregious for some of these models, especially when there's loads of third-party options out there now that are just way better, which is actually my next topic that we'll get right into. All right, just as a disclaimer here, I'm not affiliated with any of these people that are selling these models. These are just ones that I've happened to look up. I haven't been credited to allow, or I haven't asked them permission to show like who they are. I mean, if you can find the models, you find them on your own. As much as I'd love to help you out all the way, I don't want to accidentally show off people's models that they don't want to show off. But right here, we've got a nice proxy for the Lord Solar. He's got, it's more of a medieval look, I'm not going to lie. But if you like more into the feudal guard sense, because, 40K does have feudal planets, you could use them, or you could probably get maybe a Lord Marshal for the Deathcourt Krieg and all that, and use that as a proxy. But yeah, here's like the first one. I think it's a really nice sculpt. Only costs you $8. And all you have to do is just buy the file once, and then that's it. So yeah, that's a pretty good. I think that's a pretty good transfer of money right there. Up next is we have a Ursula Creed stand-in, and again the level of quality of this is truly beautiful, and I think this is a good one for you. And look at the price on this one, $6. That's pretty good right there. All right, and then up next we have this nice Rogel Dorn proxy, and here's the kicker right now. This one actually has a bottom. Now, as you can see, the price is a little bit steeper than the models I have shown off to you, but that's because this is a fully built model for you. It doesn't come built, but you'll have all the pieces for it and everything. And I've actually seen the model get built. It's like 3 or 4 pieces, maybe, not including the small responses at most. All, you can interlock them. You don't have to super glue them or anything like that. But if you want. But you don't have to. I don't know 100% if if there are STL files, or you just buy it whole, or you can only buy it whole. But I mean, either way, it's a nice little proxy that you can use in your spare time or anything like that. So yeah, that's about it on this side of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this part. So now let's go ahead and get some updates for the channel. All right, so for the first piece of news, I will be doing a live stream on the 29th of January. So this Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with my good buddy, Mr. Freelance. Now, for those of you who don't know who Freelance is, he runs his own 40K channel and he talks about the lore within the 40K universe. If you haven't already, go ahead and give him a like, a follow, a sub, and tell him that Frostin sent you. If you have seen his content, I hope that you will come join us on Sunday, where we talk about our channels, the future of our channels, hopefully some collaborations, the lore within the 40K universe, and our side and the hobby. Now, I'm sure some of you have heard me talk about a 3D printer. Well, I'm actually getting my own 3D printer. Yes, I'm getting the LEGO Mars 3 Pro 4K printer. And I'm also going to be getting a washing and curing station for them too. Don't have all the supplies yet or anything like that, so it's going to be some time before I actually print anything. But hopefully I'll be able to test out some 3D models, maybe get some reviews on them. But who's to say for certain? So give that in some time, but I feel like giving an update. But yeah. That's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to give it a like, a follow, and a comment. If you tell me what you think about the current GW prices, whether they're good, they're bad, whether you're actually going to get some of these models, where you're going to do 3D proxies. Like I said, if you get the models, hey, good for you. Get it because you like it. Don't listen to me. I'm just one guy on the internet. But yeah, that is it, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.